Good to have you on the show. Sports Update on Trust TV. Adeni Ajisha. First time to take around the world of sport quickly as we look at those stories trending. And we talked about the Tigers. At least we're still appreciating what they did qualifying for the 2025 Afro Basket that will be coming up in Angola. And right now, as we speak, FIBA Afro Basket, the organizer of this competition right now, they deem it fit to pick some outstanding players. Nigerian star Caleb Agada among the top performers that have been picked after that particular competition there. You look at the name of those picked players. You have Caleb Agada of Nigeria, Usman Drame of Guinea, Karim Manelf of Senegal, Childe Dundao of Angola, Sirima Kanote of Mali, Ntore Abimana from Rwanda. You have Aliou Fadiala Diarra from Mali, and you have Alan Dokosi from Central African Republic, including Nizre Souza from Cote d'Ivoire. Those are the 9 players that have been picked by FIBA for this Afro Basket 2025 qualifier. That's the window 3, where they did well. Talking about Team Nigeria, that's DA Tigers, and they did well convincingly, being able to qualify after losing the first round, and then they came back in the second round to make sure they win all their 3 games against Cape Verde, Uganda, and Libya. Right now, Caleb Agada of Nigeria among the top performers that have been picked by FIBA for his outstanding performance over there in Libya. As it is right now, the young man is really doing so well, and hopefully he will continue this form even better by the time Afro Basket will come up proper in Angola, where we'll be hoping that the Tigers will be able to win this competition. Still giving you updates from Afro Basket story. Let's move over to talk about Cote d'Ivoire 2025. That's to do with football this time around. Flying Eagles of Nigeria will be playing friendly against Ivorian Elephants. The Junior Elephants will be playing against Nigeria Flying Eagles in at least 2 games before the competition starts. After the friendlies that are supposed to come up against Egypt were cancelled. As it is, Coach Aliou Zuberu and his team will file out against them to see how they can do well, fine-tune that team before April, when the main event will start over there in Cote d'Ivoire. So it's going to be a plus if they're playing the host nation to have a feel of how it's going to be at the under-20 competition. Good one for them. For Team Nigeria in football, under-20 Flying Eagles, as they call them, they are also preparing ahead of the competition that will be coming up in Cote d'Ivoire, playing friendly games against the host nation to fine-tune that team there. Away from that story, let's look at the Women FA Cup. After all, we've taken the men's version in our subsequent edition, and now we look at the women result for 2025 states Women FA Cup winners. There are some teams from some states automatically they did not even have any opponents, so they qualify automatically. While you have from Abia State, as Ahudian Queens. From Adamawa is Adamawa Queens. Akwa Ibom Angel defeated Jacqueline Angel, still need to qualify to top the particular state. Anambra GP World Football Academy. Bayelsa, you have them walloping Crystal Stars 8-0. Delta Queens 2-0 against Delta Babes. Ebonyi Force Mahi Babes representing them. Edo Queens 3-0 against Fortress Ladies. And over there in Enugu, Queen of South Landing FC. Imo Hadland Queens, Kogi Confluence Queens, Nasarawa Amazon from Nasarawa State, Oshun Babes, Nigeria Tel 6-0 against N-Youth Ladies Football Academy, Kaduna Gallant Queens 6-0 against Kada Queens, Unification Ladies lost against Dana Ladies of Lagos. In Kwara, I have Moje Queens playing 2-2 draw, while Moje won on 4-3 penalties. Ogun Remo Star Ladies, actually they pulled out a big one against Kasmog Ladies. Sunshine Queens played 3-3 with Olimag FC in regulation time. Sunshine Queen won on 4-2 penalty there. Plateau United Queens 2-1 against Mighty Jets, Matar, and you have Rivers Angels 10-0 against Sparkling Angels, really walloping them there. These are the teams that will be playing in the women version of the Federations Cup, the one we call President Federations Cup, that will be coming up by next week. According to NFF, at least the round of 64, the draw will come up, and all the teams will know who they'll be facing next to fight for round of 32. I'll still give you an update away from that particular story. Let's talk about football, but this time around MPFL, Nigerian Premier Football League 2025. Lobby Stars are bottom of the table as we speak, but now they've appointed their former coach in the person of Mohamed Babaganaru as interim head coach. He actually has been reappointed to take over in that team. As we speak right now, if you check the table, they are down the bottom of the table as number 20 on the log But right now, they want the man to at least turn things around with them to see how they can upstate themselves from the bottom of the table, at least escape relegation. Now, aside that, the management board of that particular team was also constituted. We have Philip Nongo as the club chairman, Mohamed Babaganaru, the interim head coach, Lawrence Adoga, team manager, Solomon Anduka as accountant, Emmanuel Uja, media director, while Christopher Ayom is the team nurse, Felix Taki as the welfare officer, while goalkeeper trainer is now John Gardi. Those are the name of the management team of Lobby Stars and Sports. At least they want to see how they can qualify, or rather get out of relegation. Standing 20th of the log is not what they want, as they call them shoe get size. And right now, the shoe really, the size seems to be going down. So they need to at least add more to make it bigger and get out of relegation. From that particular story, let's go straight abroad as we look at Bundesliga, Bundesliga and also French League One together. Well, Nigeria international Gift Orban was able to score his 4th goal for Hoffenheim in the encounter that games they play. That's for the weekend. Now that's taking us to the result and also table in the German Bundesliga. You look at the result: Werder Bremen against Freiburg 5-0. Borussia Mönchengladbach. You have Osterkiel, Bayer Leverkusen scoring 2 goals against them. Mainz 5-2 against St. Pauli. Borussia Dortmund against Union Berlin and 6-0. Bayern, they actually wrecked Eintracht Frankfurt 4-0. Stuttgart, Hoffenheim play 1-1 draw, where our own Gift Orban was able to score that goal, although they had to share the spoil there. Mainz 5-2, St. Pauli 0. Those are the games or the result of match day 23 in the German Bundesliga. Now going straight to the table, how it is after the matches were played. Of course, Bayern Munich, the Bavarians, are topping with 58 points, 8 points ahead of Bayer Leverkusen, defending champion, after they trailed them with 8 points. They are Eintracht Frankfurt, Freiburg, Mainz 05 in that pecking order, down to Borussia Dortmund, surprisingly, standing 10th of the log, behind Borussia Mönchengladbach, Wolfsburg, Stuttgart, and Leipzig. From 1 to 4, you have Bayern Munich, Bayer Leverkusen, Eintracht, and Freiburg. Flipping it to the side of from 11 to 18 is Augsburg, Werder Bremen, Union Berlin, Hoffenheim are having 31, straight down to 22, and St. Pauli, Heidenheim, Bochum, and newcomers Ostenkiel, tasting Bundesliga is getting hotter for them. And right now they are still 18 on the log, and if care is not taken, they could go back to where they are from. Talking about Osterkiel there. Now straight up to French League One, you also have a story has to do with our own Nigerian export, Moses Simon. He was able to convert a penalty kick, and he did well for his team. Let's look at that story quickly. French League, Moses Simon scores, help Canaries secure crucial 3-1 win. Good one for his team, Nantes, as they are called, the Canaries, and really they did well by being able to win 3-1 there. For Moses Simon, scoring that penalty really helped his team. And right now, they are trying to see how they can be better off. Let's look at how the table is in the French League One after they played their own game for the weekend. Rather, the result, Rennes 1-0 against Reims. Lille defeated Monaco 2-1. You see Saint-Étienne and Angers playing 3-3, while Auxerre defeated Olympique Marseille 3-0. Nantes 3-1. You just mentioned that Moses Simon among the scorers, converting his spot kick. Toulouse against Le Havre ended 4-1 in favor of the that's the team that actually came visiting OGC Nice. Teremofis team defeated Montpellier, while Strasbourg play against Brest 0-0 as PSG against Olympique Lyon ended 3-2 in a 5-goal aggregate over there, the friendly gone match day 23. Quickly, let's look at the table after those games were played. PSG, the king of that particular league, are comfortably at the head of that table. PSG 59, calculated about 13 extra points ahead of Olympique Marseille. OGC Nice at third with 43 points, followed by Lille, who are playing Champions League. AS Monaco 40, Olympique Lyon standing 6th on the log with 36 points, followed by Strasbourg, Lens, Brest, and Toulouse in that pecking order from 1 to 10. And if you look at the other side of the table, you have Auxerre, Angers, Reims, Nantes, that's Moses Simon's team, trying to at least get out of relegation zone. They are 14th on the log with 24 points, with a -12 as goal difference that they've gathered so far this season against them. They've considered so many goals. And you have Le Havre, Montpellier, standing 18th on the log with a -33 as goal difference there. Not too smooth for Montpellier at all right now, having 15 points behind Le Havre, Saint Etienne, and also Reims. Away from that particular story, let's move away from football as quickly dash to the NBA over there in America. As we look at some games earlier played today, just to the games that we played, let's have the result before we look at the table. Memphis Grizzlies play against Cleveland Cavaliers. Cavaliers are really showing their class, being able to dominate the Western Conference. Just have to give it to them for what they are doing right now. Well, 129 against Memphis Grizzlies. They won that game with extra 6 points. San Antonio Spurs 96 against 140 New Orleans Pelicans. Minnesota Timberwolves versus Oklahoma City Thunder ended in favor of City Thunder, who are really doing well too, dominating their own conference 130 to 123. Well, right now from the Western Conference, looking at how the table is after they play their games for that's 24th, rather 23rd on the table. The Eastern Conference. Well, right now we have to look at the Eastern Conference, even though we're expected to have Western Conference, but as it is right now, Cleveland Cavaliers from the Eastern Conference are topping with 47 wins, 10 losses there. And you look at Boston Celtics as second on the log with 41 to 16 in their own statistics, followed by New York Knicks, who actually standing tall with 37 wins, 20 losses there. And you also have to give it up to Indiana Pacers. They've been working hard. They have 32 wins against 23. And you look at Milwaukee Bucks, I also have it 32-24 as win against loss. And you have Detroit Pistons having 31 against 36. For the play-in tournament team so far from 7 to 10, you have to give it up to the team Orlando Magic, who have 29-30. They've lost more than they've won. And you also look at another team, Miami Heat, 26-29. And considering Atlanta Hawks and Chicago Bulls, 26-31, 22-25. But on the table, of course, you have Brooklyn Nets, Philadelphia 76ers, Toronto Raptors standing there, Charlotte Hornets, and then Washington Wizards standing in that order from the Eastern Conference through February 23 games so far for the table. Quickly, let's look at how the table is in the Western Conference, where Oklahoma City Thunder actually topping here in this particular group or conference. They are really doing well. No one can take that away from them. City Thunder having 46 against 10, and you have another team standing second on the log with Memphis Grizzlies. They have 37-20 following suit. Denver Nuggets of Colorado, well, also the same win and also loss for that particular team. Colorado doing well, 37-20. Los Angeles Lakers fourth on the log, 34-21. And you look at Houston Rockets, who are standing fifth with 35-22 on aggregate. And you have in the sixth position is Los Angeles Clippers, 31-25. Playing tournament from 7 to 10. These are the teams that are standing there right now. 7th position, you have Minnesota Timberwolves, Dallas Mavericks, Golden State Warriors, and you also have Sacramento Kings. They have 28-28 there. 11 to 15, you have Phoenix Suns, San Antonio Spurs, Portland Trail Blazers, Utah Jazz, and having at the bottom of the table is New Orleans Pelicans, who are also trying to see how they can survive. The Pelicans, what happened to that team? Well, that's just basketball, NBA, just to let you have a feel of what's happening concerning the NBA. For those who love the dunk and slam sport, that's how the table is through February 23rd. From there, we move away from that particular story. Let's look at what is trending again. Well, if you think that Premier League is tough, or Spanish La Liga, Italian Serie A, let's take a look at this particular table from Switzerland. The Swiss League is very, very tough right now. Looking at the fact that number 1 on the table to number 4, they're having the same point. Look at FC Basel, Lugano, Lausanne, and Servette, all having 42 points. But on goal difference of plus 25, plus 8, plus 6, and plus 6. That's just what differentiates the 4 teams having the same point, playing their day 25th matches, and you calculate it, and they've done so well. The 4 teams, Lugano, Basel, Lausanne, and Servette, really deserve to be mentioned. Lausanne standing 5th, and Young Boys 37-37. You look at this league, very, very competitive. Sir, you look at the 6 top teams, and you wonder how did they play their games. Match day 25, and it's still as close as this concerning that particular league. So at times you need to also showcase other leagues so that you can see that football really can be very competitive in other nations. Away from Swiss League, let's talk about the top scorers in the Premier League after they played their match day 27 there. Well, of course, Mo Salah, He's the man right now. He's doing so well. Race for the Golden Boot. He has scored 25 goals so far, and followed by Erling Haaland and Alexander Isak of Newcastle. Both of them actually having the same amount of number of goals so far, 19. And Mo Salah from Egypt, the African king right now, is doing so well in England, and he has scored 25 goals. Watch out for Mo Salah. So many nominations will be coming. Ballon d'Or or FIFA Award, CAF Player of the Year. Watch out for that player. He's really not dropping his oars at all. He's trying to see how he can earn more with Liverpool, topping the scorers chart there with 25 goals. Away from that story, let's look at fixtures for today. Matches will be coming up, and we'll quickly look at those games. Just two games I will look at over there in Spain and also Italia Serie A. Sevilla takes on Mallorca, while Monza, they'll be facing Roma. Well, for Monza, they just have to tighten their belt, because playing against Roma, the city of Rome, will be very tough. But football can be very, very unpredictable. Any team can actually win. So Roma will be at home in Rome, while Sevilla will be at home in Seville to play in that game against Mallorca. Those are the games up for grabs for tonight, whether in Spain and also in Italia Serie A. Still giving you an update in the world of sport. Let's talk about a Nigerian lady plying her trade over there in Spain. Her name is Gift Monday. Gift Monday moved away from Nigeria, FC Queens of Lagos, straight down to Spain, and she has been with her team, Tenerife. And right now, Gift Monday nominated for February Player of the Month award in Spain. Congrats to her for that nominations, for the fact that she's been able to score a lot of goals, about 11 goals so far that she has scored, alongside other players right now being nominated for Spanish Iberdrola February Player of the Month award. These are the ladies plying their trade in Spanish Women's League called Iberdrola. UDG Tenerife's Gift Monday, that's Nigerian export. Real Madrid's Alba Redondo, Barcelona's Caroline Hansen, Deportivo's Ion Marine, Bilbao's and Ascona, and you have Granada's Ari Mingueza, also having Ibas Elba Vajes there. Those are the players that have been nominated for the February Player of the Month, and hopefully our own player will win it. With that smile, she deserves to get the accolades right now for what she's doing with that team Tenerife, scoring at least about 11 or more goals with that team since she moved to join them. And right now, this season has been one of her best scoring goals easily. Talking about Gift Monday, and if you recall, while she was in Nigeria, she was also among the top scorers in Nigerian Women Football League, and now she's beginning to at least do the same thing over there in Spain, what she knows how to do best. Congrats to her for that nomination, and she deserves all the mention right now. Away from that story right now, quickly, let's talk about two gossip stories that we have for you. That's to do with transfer gossip. We talk about Manchester United. They may not be at the right place that they want to be, but they are still looking at getting players. Amorim wants United hierarchy to sign winger Giovanni Quenda from Sporting. This young player will cost about £35 million. And according to Amorim, he has actually given his nod that they should go for this player because he's very talented midfielder that they need. They should go for him, and he's really convincing. He's trying to convince that particular team to see how they will get this young player called Giovanni Quenda to join them over there at Manchester United. And if you look at Manchester United, it's not really too easy for them. The place they are on the lock table, not too smooth for United right now. My United fans are not happy for the fact that that team seems to be registered on 13th position, like the way it used to be with one club. They too have taken over that position, and they're also trying their best to see how they will do it. But right now, Amorim, the coach of Manchester United, trying to see how he can convince the management or the hierarchy of United, the Red Devils, to go for Quenda, the young man from Sporting over there in Portugal, to see how they can get him for about £35 million. Young lad coming to play in England. Well, will it be another plus? The way Ronaldo came, Cristiano Ronaldo came to Man United, and he was able to do so well, winning everything with that team. Right now, can Quenda do the same thing? We wait to see. Maybe his addition, if they eventually sign him, his addition will add more sparks to Manchester United colours, and hopefully he'll be able to turn this around. If you notice right now, almost all the players that left that club have done well. Look at the man that joined Aston Villa, is doing well. And you look at Anthony too, that moved to Real Betis, he's also doing well. What's happening? Most of them, when they leave the club, they'll pick up, and when they come back, or maybe when they were there, things were not going well. But right now, we've seen what Rashford has done since he joined Aston Villa, and he's getting back to his groove. And right now, the same way Real Betis are having a good day with Anthony, sir, they want to go for another player. Let's wait and see. Maybe Manchester United will get that slot for Kwenda, £35 million. It is very possible that maybe, because it knows him very well, that young lad can actually add more spark to Manchester United. Away from there, let's take the last one that has to do with Liverpool, the team that never walk alone. They are really bulldozing their way to see how they will outstage all teams that could stand on their way to get this player. Liverpool could beat Arsenal. To Rosenborg's midfielder, Sverre Nyper signing. They want to go for this young lad. They want to actually sign him quickly before Arsenal. Although as it's going right now, it seems it's going in favor of the Reds because they are trying their best to see how they can get him. And if everything goes well, Nyper might just be with them next season by the time the window opens in the summer. Liverpool are ahead of every other team in the Premier League. 11 points adrift themselves, and Arsenal, who actually second on the log, Arsenal actually blew the chance to close the gap. When they play against West Ham, they lost that game. Maybe at least for a night they could have closed the gap, but they lost that game against West Ham. While Liverpool went away to Etihad Stadium and they conquered, got 3 points at stake, and they added more to make it 11 points ahead of Arsenal and other teams in England. You just have to give them kudos for what they are doing. And right now, they want to add a young lad also to their kitty if everything goes well. Well, as it is, we're giving you updates in so many sides of sport, from D Tigers having Caleb Agada nominated, rather among the listed player for best performance. And we also talk about matches for tonight: Sevilla against Mallorca, Roma hosting Monza in their own game. Not forgetting Gift Monday, that has been nominated for best player of the month of February over there in Spanish Iberdrola. All this together from the entire crew that's made this happen. Adeniyi Ajisafe, and I leave you with this. Thank you.